obviously tough night, and it's hard to win when you can't make shots. So I could sit up here for an hour and we could talk about a lot of things, but if you can't put the ball in the basket, you're not going to win against really good teams. So I'm open for questions.
Coach, 2 questions, please. First of all, just in general, obviously tonight maybe was an anomaly, but coming into this, what did you think of this Spartan team in general?
Oh, I have great respect. They're a great team. They have one of the best players in the country, Denzel Valentine. They have great experience. We should learn from what they do, and I try to do that. I mean, Coach Izzo's a great role model for me as a coach, the way he runs this program, how hard his kids play. We knew they were really good. They got 26 open threes and made 16. We got 23 open ones and made 4. That's minus 36. Do the math. You lose. It's not brain surgery.
Coach Izzo said he feels for you because this reminds him of his second, third year at Michigan State, what you're going through rebuilding a program. And when you are rebuilding like you are, how much, obviously you want to teach from moments like these, but how much is it that guys put into perspective that you're still building?
Well, I think for all of us, I mean, we realize that. I mean, I realize where we are every day, and I'm excited about where we are. I think we've made great strides. I think we're on the right track. You're going to have some bumps in the road. You're going to have some tough nights, especially when you play in the Big Ten. I just feel badly for our guys because our effort level was tremendous. This game had nothing to do with effort. It had nothing to do with lack of preparation, one team playing harder than another team. It really didn't. It was one team shot the crap out of it, and one team couldn't make anything. And I don't care who you guys are. You've all played basketball at some point, in intramurals, high school, junior, whenever. If you're playing your butt off and you keep getting open shots and you miss them all, it wears on you mentally. So my job right now as a coach and my staff is to find some confidence back again with our shooting. I feel badly for our guys, and I really do, because it's not effort. It's not preparation. And then what happens is it just wears on you, and then other parts of the game go south because you can't score. It's demoralizing. And I feel badly for the guys. But listen, we have 9 league games left. I mean, we have half of our conference season left. We've been here before. We've hit we've hit rough patches before. This same team came in here last year and did something similar to us, and we won 5 of our next 6. So you have to keep a good attitude. You have to learn from what tonight brought, and we have to be ready to go for the next one.
Coach, is there any reason Scotty Lindsey didn't play?
Yeah, I just went with other guys tonight.
You kind of alluded to this, but specifically the 16 made 3-pointers for them. Did you fault your defense for that, or did they just have a good shooting night?
Well, I thought in the first half our defense was decent. We had a couple breakdowns. I mean, Denzel hit, if he's going to make a 40-footer at the buzzer of the shot, sometimes you have to tip your hat. I thought they hit some at the end of the clock that were real daggers. And then I thought, about 6 of them were at the end of the game. I thought McQuaid shot it really well. Aaron's made 1. So, they made 16. They, and it's a big number. But I thought our defense was actually pretty good early. And then when we couldn't score, I thought it broke down. And then they continue to make shots. So I'm sure when I look at the tape, there's going to be some breakdowns. They do good stuff. They move well. And they have a really dynamic team, and they shot it great tonight, which is it makes them tough to beat. If they hit 16 out of 26, it's going to be hard for anybody to beat them.
Chris, first, how was Alex's foot? He seemed to not. I know you started him tonight, and was he hurting a little bit? And is that why he?
Yeah, he doesn't practice at all. He's got a broken foot, but he's a senior, so he's trying to gut it out. So he's trying to give what he can. I thought Davis's presence at the rim bothered him. Davis's shot blocking, their size. I thought he had a couple chances where he was right there, and I just thought their length and activity really bothered him. And when you don't practice, it's hard.
Is that putting extra pressure on Bryant to, offensively? You guys are looking at him a lot. And he's struggling a little bit. Do you think that's a result of the?
Yeah, you look at, our 2 seniors are 2 for 20, and that's tough. So, that's tough. And Bryant's 4 for 15. That's going to be tough. And guys, I thought we got some good looks, though. I really did. When you have a good look and you have an opportunity, you gotta make shots. You have to make shots, and we didn't. And look, I'm not blaming our guys because it's all of us. We're in this whole thing together. But again, I could sit up here and talk for an hour. You have to make shots. You have to finish, and then when you get an open look, you have to make it. And right now, we are having a very hard time doing that, and it's frustrating for all of us. And it's something that our staff will work tirelessly to try to help our guys with extra shooting and confidence and motivational and psychological. And right now, our guys have lost confidence with their shooting, and we got to get it back.
Coach, just to follow up on that, so you're satisfied with the other aspects of the offense aside from the shooting?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we got good looks, man. I mean, I do. I mean, you can look at the tape. We all will. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of wide open shots. I'm seeing wide open layups. You know, you're running plays, you get a lob and you got a layup. We're not going to be a team right now that's going to get a ton of calls when we're trying to find our way. You know, we're not going to get a ton of calls against a team like Michigan. We got to fight through that stuff. You know, we thought the play at the end of the half was huge. McIntosh gets crushed. We get a chance to cut it to 10, swallow the whistle. They go 12. I thought that was a huge play just because we got to steal there, you know, but we got to earn our respect. Got to earn our respect. And we got to keep plugging along. And I saw a lot of open shots. And that's not to discredit Michigan State. They played really hard, and I thought they had a good game plan defensively, and they're good. They're good, but I saw a lot of open shots.
When you talk about these games wearing down on the team, is there anything specific you either have tried or a thing about trying to keep this from turning into a longer losing streak like what happened last year?
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, you got to keep fighting. Like I said, we've been down this road before. I mean, this same team came in here and it was a similar score, and we won 5 of our next 6. So, I mean, confidence can turn in a heartbeat too if you have a good performance. And, you know, you got to be positive about it. You know, if we're going to all just put our head down, we still have 9 games left. And I don't know if anybody has it, maybe so, but I'm not sure anybody in the country has played 4 top 20 teams, 3 top 10 teams, and 3 of the 4 on the road. That's not easy, you know, especially for a young group who's struggling with confidence. So, you know, that's just the reality of it. And what you have to do, though, is you have to hang in there because you're not going to play. We're not going to have those type of games. You know, what we have to do is, you know, when we get through this and we have another really tough game with Iowa, we have to be ready to play the rest of our schedule every game. And you can't let, like the last couple games, we had 2 tough games, man. Indiana and tonight, you get hammered. You're not playing well. You're not shooting well. You can't let these games put you in a tailspin. You got to try to stay positive. As tough as it is, you got to try to block out. Everybody sensationalizes everything. You know, the world is over because we got blown out twice by 2 top 10 teams. Look, we're going to keep playing. We're going to keep playing. And you know what? If we win on Sunday, it's not everything is great. You just keep playing. You keep playing, and we're playing a lot of young guys. Pardon, Falzone, McIntosh, sophomore, freshman. Michigan State's got a lot of experienced dudes out there, and hopefully you learn by that. Eventually, we got to get old. That's what we're trying to build. We're trying to get old. And to get old, you got to go through nights like this, and it's got to hurt. It's got to be frustrating, and you got to work and hopefully use it to get better.
Defensively, what was the plan to try to contain Valentine coming in? Because it seemed like you had a man on him most of the game. He just shot it over.
Yeah, I thought he had some really good shots. You know, I didn't think we did a good job, you know, at the end of shot clocks. You know, we were trying to deny him, but we weren't. You know, he's really good. I thought we had about 4 or 5 shot clock violations. I mean, I thought our defense was pretty good. Initially in the first half, we were forcing turnovers. They hit some great end of clock shots. I mean, the one was from about 40 feet. Valentine hit. You know, another one was about 30 feet. I mean, sometimes, you know, I think what we could have done better is try to deny him the ball because, you know, he's the guy. All of a sudden, inside of 10 seconds, he's going to go get it. I thought we allowed him to get it a little bit too easily, and then you let a great player do what great players do, and that's make big shots. But I thought he made some huge end of shot clock plays, and, I mean, we forced him to turn it over 6 times. I mean, I don't think this was defensive game plan. You got to score, guys. You can't shoot 12 for 58 and 4 for 23 from 3. You can't. So I personally, this game was not lost on the defensive end. This game was lost because we weren't able to score and we weren't able to make shots. And that's what we have to get better at.
Sanjay, Chris just came in and talked about it, but from a player's perspective, how frustrating is it to see so many shots just not go in and rim out? And how does that affect you on the defensive end?
It's tough. We got to keep shooting. We just have to stay in the gym. Guys got to get their confidence back. And, we can't let it affect our defensive play. That's something that Coach said. It does affect it. And, if we're not hitting shots, that's when we have to lock down on defense even more. We can't let it, let it affect our defense.
Sanjay, being one of the veteran guys, mentally, how do you try to keep everybody on an even keel with all the offensive struggles?
We just gotta play our game, shoot our shots, and they're not falling right now for anybody. We all just have to get in the gym and get shots up, get our confidence back. And we got 9 more rounds left, and we're gonna fight every round, fight every game, and we just gotta prepare ourselves for Sunday.
Hey Sanjay, it seemed like you guys had Denzel defended well a lot of times, and he was still hitting bombs from 3.
Yeah.
What's your perspective on him, and how deflating is that?
Michigan State, they shot the ball really well today, and Denzel hit a lot of shots late at the clock. He's a good player. We just gotta do a better job of running guys off the 3-point line, especially when they're hot like that, and just find the shooters.